have Mayor Harvey back in the room, I was going to ask you a question. You had stepped out, but we were talking a bit about regional communities and their ability to adopt similar programs or similar goals and so on. And coming from your neck of the woods, I guess what, from a binational forum or a regional perspective, would help a community like Nipigon adopt such a plan? Or do you see it as a more informal thing that's already being done, something like an Earthwise in your area?
Well, I apologize for stepping out.
Oh, no.
I had other coming in right at that moment. Certainly, in the township of Nipigon, I think we take pride in the fact that we really are trying to be innovative. We are very proud. We were the first community in northwestern Ontario to have a pesticide bylaw and all those kinds of things. But to be able to work together, we have a lot of progress. To have an actual Earthwise as one set thing, that could be very beneficial. At the same time, when you work in a community like that, the reality is a lot of the issues, a lot of the stuff that's being dealt with on this level, as people like Mayor Wendt or Jody could attest to, we're able to deal with a lot of stuff right at the council level. And there we can have a lot more interaction, a lot more involvement right there, and having our staff do that. So it's absolutely essential we have these kinds of things. What we can really gain from a group like Earthwise Thunder Bay is the resources. Because that's where on most things we try and do, what hits us is we've got no money. In case you didn't notice, forestry's not doing so well right now. And we entirely depended on forestry for our resources. And therefore, to have the assistance in the resources that are there to help us implement these kinds of things is absolutely fantastic. It's something that we can use to have that relationship, because to have success in Thunder Bay, you need the region. To have success in the region, you need Thunder Bay. We've got to be always working together. If we don't, we're all sunk.
No, I just wanted to comment about active transportation again. I think that it's wonderful, and it's about time that something's happening with that, and thank you very much for doing that. And I've been a cyclist in this town since I was a young child, and certainly there are the challenges. And but also I wanted to comment on things like Boulevard Lake, and then the new development, Thunder Center, is so completely unfriendly to cyclists and pedestrians. It's horrible. It's all geared towards driving to vehicles. So if there could be more bike racks, looking for a place to put your bike at Boulevard Lake is difficult. It's all covered in cobwebs, one bike rack, and it's like, things like that would be fairly easy enough to do, is to get some racks there, at least like at Thunder Center and places like that. I don't know if does the city have initiatives to, anywhere I've ever lived before, the developers are required to have that in their plans before they can move ahead, to have actual pedestrian paths.